a column name and date is a data type. The next, now I want to increase the size of that post column. So this is alter table employee, modify post varchar 2 of size, how much you can increase. Okay. So at any point of time you can increase the size, okay, but we cannot reduce when the table is having data. Okay, we cannot reduce the size. If table is empty, we can reduce, but if table is having data, we cannot reduce the size. Also, we cannot change the data type. Next, to change the name of the table, rename table employee to EMP. Okay, so hereafter I cannot refer employee, okay, because name is changed. Then truncate means, so in employee table we have lakhs of records. Okay, you want to delete the records, remove the records. So at in a short we can give truncate table name. So this will remove all the records of a table. Only records of the table will be removed, but still the structure is remain. Okay, the columns will be refined. Later on we can insert or manipulate anything. Truncate means it will remove the records in a single start. Next, we want to remove the table itself, so that we can use drop table name. So these are the data definition language: create, alter, rename, truncate, and drop. Just these commands will work on structure. Just we created the structure. Okay, next we need to input the data, insert the data, or we need to update some data. Okay, for those we can use data manipulation language. Data manipulation language is insert, update, and delete. Insert. So in department table we have 4 columns: department ID, name, shift time, and head office. Okay, for all columns I want to insert the values. This is a basic syntax: insert into table name, values. What are the values you want to give? Okay, so this is department ID, production is department name, shift time, and Mumbai. Any values for varchar 2 and date columns should be separated with single quotes. Also remember, in SQL all the commands should be terminated with semicolon. Then only the command will be completed. Anything, either it is a DDL or DML, all commands should be terminated by semicolon. So insert into department name, values. What are the columns you want to give? Okay. So this is one syntax. Next one is, so using the first syntax, you should enter all columns in a value. If the department columns having 50 columns, then all 50 columns should be entered. Okay. Suppose you want to give values for a particular column. Here in employee table, still I'm not post, see here, post is missed. Okay, still designation is confirmed. I do not want to enter that column. Okay, if you use first syntax, it will throw an error. Okay, so for giving values for a particular column, after the table name, what are the columns you want to give, that should be mentioned, and then those values should be given here. Okay, this is another syntax. Okay, next is update. Update is used to update some values in a table. We can update, simple update will update the entire data, entire record, or using where classes we can update for a particular record. Assume that for E1 in employee table, assume that we have some 1000 employees. When I insert for Rahul, I given department ID is 10. Now I want to change it as 20, so that we can use update EMP. Set is a keyword, which column you want to change, what values you want to change, and then what record you want to change. When you use simple update EMP set department ID equal to 20 means it will update all the employees department ID as 20. Okay. For E1 alone you want to change, then we should use var class where employee ID equal to E1. Then next is a delete to remove the particular record or entire record from the table. Delete from EMP where employee ID equal to E1. So these are the very simple statements, okay? So everyone can easily understand. Next is data query language. Data query language is select. To fetch or view the records from one or more tables. So at a time we can select from one table or multiple tables, okay? So we have two tables, department and employee. At the same time, I want to see department as well as employee details. For that also we can use select statement, okay? I will explain later how to select from multiple tables. So this is a simple select statement. First syntax, select employee ID, e-name, salary from EMP. Select is the keyword. What are the columns we need to select? From is a keyword, table name. Okay, when I give, it will show like this. Okay. Next is when you have more columns in a table, so it will be very difficult to mention all the columns here. Okay. Instead of that, to view all the columns, we can give star. Star from EMP means it will show all column and all records. Next is this is whenever we use var class is used to get the particular record from the table. Okay. See, you want to see employees getting more than 10,000. So that we can give select asterisk from EMP where salary is greater than 10,000. Okay. Then it will show Mukesh, Kapil and Rahul record. In that also you want to see by name. Okay. So now we can use another class is called order by. Select asterisk from EMP where salary is greater than 10,000, order by e-name. Then it will show Kapil record, Mukesh record and Rahul record in the order of name. So these are the simple select statements. Next is operators. So operators are used to manipulate on table. Okay, manipulate on tables means like where we have salary is 20,000. No, for Rahul salary you want to increment by 10,000. Then we need to add 10,000. Okay, plus addition. Okay, like we have more operators. Like we have arithmetic operators, logical operators, set operators. More operators are there. Arithmetic operators everyone knows, like it is plus, minus, multiplication, division, which want to do some mathematical calculations like to add, reduce, multiply, division. For that we can use arithmetic operators. Logical operators are to work on multiple conditions. Okay. Here in var class, here we are using single condition. Salary is greater than 10,000. Okay. If you want to add multiple conditions in var class, we can use logical operators. It can be and or. And or are the logical operators. And means all the conditions should be true. When you give multiple conditions, all conditions should be satisfied, then only it will retrieve the record. Okay. See, my query is select asterisk from EMP where department ID equal to 10 and salary is greater than 10,000, which means whoever working in department 10 and getting salary is 10,000, only those transactions will give. Records will be shown. Okay, both the conditions should be true. Employees department ID also 10 and salary also more than 10,000. Then here, which record will be given? Here both the records will be coming. First two records. Third record will not come because that department is 20. So both the condition department D also should be 10 and the salary also should be greater than 10,000. Okay, that is uncondition. Next is R condition. R means any one of the condition can be true. We can give any number of condition. If any one of the condition is satisfied, then it will be show the data. In this case, employees department ID, either it can be 10 or salary is greater than 10,000. Okay. In this case, what value will come? Where either department ID equal to 10 or salary is greater than 10,000. In this case, first two records satisfy, and then third record also will come. Department ID is not 10, but salary is greater than 10,000. In this case, first three records will come. Okay. That is the difference between and or. So next is join. So RDBMS is a collection of interrelated records. Interrelated data will be stored in the form of tables. Like we can keep delta data in multiple tables. Also, we can make the link between two tables using foreign key. Okay. Now we want to select records from multiple tables at the same time. Okay. Like as I said, like we have a department table and an employee table. Now you want to select records from both the tables. Okay. For that, we can use join. So join is a condition which can be used to select records from one or more tables. Sorry, two or more tables. Okay. For one table directly we can use select. If you want to select records from two or more tables, we can use joins. Here joins are equi-join, non-equi-join, self-join, outer join. In outer join itself, we have right outer join and left outer join is there. Let me explain later. Equi-join is to select records from both the tables. See here. You want to select employee details. Those who are working by joining two tables. Here department ID is the keyword. So that I can give select E dot asterisk from EMP. EMP space E. Okay. That is E is called as alias name. Okay. Suppose this table name is very big. When you create the table, you given a very long name, employee details like that. Okay. So instead of using in always employee detail, we can create synonym for the table, alias name as E. So whenever you refer E, whenever you use E, it refers EMP table. Okay. Also for department, alias name is D. So instead of using department and EMP in always, we can use E and D. Okay. Here how to join two tables, E dot department ID and D dot department ID. Okay. Here I can give select E dot asterisk comma D dot asterisk also. E dot asterisk comma D dot asterisk comma D dot asterisk means it will show both the records from both the tables wherever employee department ID is matched. Non-equi join. Okay. Now you want to see in here in department 10 and 20 having employees. Still department 30 no employees are there. You want to see which department doesn't have employee. Okay. So for that we can use not equal to operator, join operator. Select D dot asterisk from department D, comma employee where D dot department ID not equal to E dot department ID, which means it selects as records from department table, because selection is from there only. Select the record from department table wherever department ID is not matched with employee department ID. Here 30 only not match, so that it will show 30 record, whole record. Okay. Next one is self join. Self join. Is used to make a relationship within the table. Okay, now as we seen already and all, based on two tables, now you want to make the relationship within the table, then we can use self join. Okay, let me explain. See, you want to see the employees, those who are working in the same department of Rahul working. Rahul is one employee. Which department Rahul is working? There are other employees working in the same department. Same department you want to see. Okay, then what should we do? Firstly, we need to select Rahul department. From the department, you need to select other employees. Okay, so here selection is within the table itself. Okay, first we need to select department of Rahul. That department should be matched with other employee departments. Okay, so that is called self join. Your query is, so we have so now we are working on same table. So same table only I'm using in the from class, but giving two alias names, employee E1 and employee E2. Selection is from E1. So E1 dot department ID equal to E2 dot department ID, and E1 dot E name equal to Rahul, which takes Rahul department, which is matched with department ID. Who are working in the department will show the employees. Okay, so this is called self join. Okay, same table can be used multiple times with the different alias names. Next is a outer join. Okay, so outer join is an extension of equijoin and non-equijoin. Okay. Let me explain the scenario here. Two tables are the department and employee. Okay, if I give equijoin, what will happen? Only it will show the matching departments. Not equal to symbol means it will show only 30. Okay, now you want to see the departments having employees, also the department doesn't have employees. Okay, so that we can use outer join. Okay. Like D dot asterisk from department D, employee E, where E dot department D equal to D dot department ID. Okay. Which means this plus symbol is a symbol of outer join. Okay. Here, plus symbol should be mentioned wherever record is less. Wherever record is less, it means in department we have three department 10, 20, 30. Okay, that is a main parent table, but employees having only two departments 10 and 20. Okay, so in order to make this employee table order, we need to give plus symbol in employee table. Okay, so wherever list records is there during joining, we need to put that outer symbol. Okay, which means it doesn't mean that number of records. Okay, which column you're joining. Okay, we are joining department ID. Department table having more values, which means we have 10, 20, 30. Three values are there, whereas in employee only two values are there, distinct values, 10 and 20. Okay, so now we want to see employees, departments having employees as well as departments which doesn't have employee. Okay, so that we can give plus symbol. This is the outer join. This called as left outer join because we're using left side of the operator, equal to operator. Okay, if you give after D dot department plus give means that will be a right outer join. Okay, otherwise we have a keyword also, left outer join. Instead of using plus symbol, we can give left outer join or right outer join. Same way also we can use. So these are the joins. Okay, joins basically used to work on more than two tables. So this is very useful in Oracle because Oracle is always is a database where we will store all the related informations only. Okay, everything we cannot dump in a single table. So that only we are making separate tables and then making link between multiple tables. So in order to fetch the records from multiple tables, we should use joins only. Okay. Actually, these are the basic concepts of SQLs. Okay. Still, we have more like functions, views, more things are there. But when you work on, when you need to work on Oracle, so these are the basic things we should know. Okay. So SQL is the one of the way. SQL is the way to communicate with Oracle, like how to store data, how to create a table, how to insert the record, how to fetch the informations, how to remove the record. Okay. That is the purpose of SQL. So SQL is a simple query language which can be easily understood. Okay. Next is PL SQL. Before going PL SQL, let me explain what is the purpose of PL SQL. Okay. See, assume that there is an organization. They want to they are maintaining their inventory details. Inventory details, nothing but they are storing their purchase details, what purchase they are doing, and then sales details, customer details, supplier details. They're maintaining bills also. Okay. So in purchase details, day to day, everyday transaction purchase tables having. Okay. Sales tables having day to day sales entries. Okay. In a single day itself, there can be a hundreds of sales they can do, under more than 100 purchase they can do. Okay, when we take month record, it can be more than 50,000 like that. Okay, sales also. Okay, like that they have records in purchase table and sales table. Okay, or everyday details they are entering. Okay, so that organization like wants to analyze whether that this month is profit or loss, or they want to compare with the previous month sales, whether it is the profit is more than the previous month or whether loss is less than previous month, like that. Okay, so then what kind of calculations they want to do? First, the purchase tables having everyday transactions. Okay. If they want to take month wise means first they have to summarize the month wise. Month wise do they want to calculate month wise total. Then month wise purchase they want to calculate, and month wise summary they want to calculate. Next, they have to find out whether it is a profit or not. How can they calculate profit? Sales minus purchase. If sales is more, then it is a profit. Purchase is more, then it is a less, like loss, like that. Okay. For simple calculation, I'm giving sample. Now they found whether this month is profit or loss. Then they want to compare with the last month data. Okay. So this kind of more calculations they want to do at a time. We cannot use SQL. We can go for SQL, but that SQL will be very complicated. So everything we can do SQL, but when we do this kind of more calculations we want to do, when we write in SQL, it will be more complicated. Like understanding that SQL will be more difficult. Okay, which means we have to divide into multiple modules, like what blocks we have. First we need to take purchase table, and then we need to summarize the table. Next we need to take sales table, we need to summarize the data. Then we need to find out whether it is a profit or not, and the next we need to compare with the last month data. So this we now we have four modules in a single process itself. We have four modules. Okay, for if we want to divide a very big process into sub modules, we can go for PL SQL. Okay, so it is a PL SQL is a set of SQL commands only. but it can be separated as a single module, so that on the point of view it will be very easy and then easy to understand. Okay, so when you make some mistakes or when you want to do some changes, it will be easy to make the changes. Okay, because already it was separated as a sub modules. Okay, that is a use of PL/SQL. Okay, it's a collection of SQL only, but making the process into sub modules. So PL/SQL is a block structure language. The programs of PL/SQL are logical blocks that can contain any number of nested blocks. That is what I said. It is a procedure. It can be have submodules. PL/SQL stands for Procedural Language Extension of SQL. So SQL is a single query that is used to perform DDL and DML operation, whereas PL/SQL is a block of code that used to write entire program blocks, procedures or functions. Okay. That is the main purpose of PL/SQL. Let me explain what is the structure of PL/SQL. So this is a basic structure. This is a basic PL/SQL structure. Declare whatever I mentioned is a caps letter that are a keyword. It should not be changed. Like it can be, case can be changed. Okay, but the, what can I say? Like spelling, it should be spelling should not be changed. Okay, those are the keyword. Okay, declare what are the variables we want to declare. Variable declaration, begin, set of statements, exception, error handling, end. Declare variable declarations we can do. Begin, after that begin only SQL statements should be given. All the statements should be separated by semicolon. Each and every statement should be terminated with semicolon. If you want, see, we have some thousands of lines in a program. Okay, when you execute the program, you want to find out where the error is happened. Okay, instead of going each and every line, we can handle exceptions also, error handling. So we have a separate section called exception. Okay, their error handling is there. For example, I can say, suppose in employee table, you want to see a particular employee ID. So if you give 10 means 10 employee is there, then it will show the record when you run the PL/SQL. You are giving 1500 employee ID code 1500, but 1500 employee ID is not there. But when you execute the PL/SQL, you will not get the data. Okay, but you doesn't know why the record is not coming. Okay, then we need to manually we need to check the table. Okay, instead of that we have some predefined exception that we can handle the errors and all. If you have given employee ID is not there, automatically it will go for exception. It will throw some error. Okay. That kind of errors also we can handle through exception part and then end. So this is a basic structure. I can give some sample code also. See, this is a simple program where to select employee details for a given particular employee ID. Okay. So you want to see salary and name for the employee ID 10. Okay. See here, this is a variable. LI salary is a variable. So variables are used to store some values. Okay. You are selecting columns from the table. Directly we cannot print out in the PL/SQL. So we are selecting salary and e-name. Okay. Directly we cannot print in the PL/SQL. Okay. That should be stored in some local variable. Okay. For that we are using these variables and all. LI sal and LI e-name or the local variable. This can be anything. So what type of data type we want to store, that we should mention. And then e-name, LI e-name is another local variable. Data type is mentioned here. Okay. So we can declare we can give any number of declaration here, variable declaration. Next to begin. So now our aim to view salary and name for employee ID 10. Here select salary and e-name into Salary will be stored in LA salary and e-name will be stored in LA e-name from employee where employee ID equal to 10. Okay. Just you selected and store it in the local variable. Now you want to print the values. Okay. For that, so DBMS output underscore line is a print statement in PL SQL. Okay. See, you selected, but you want to see the details. No. So you should give some print command. This is the print command. So salary is LI salary and the name is LI name. Okay. Here employee ID 10 is there so that it will show the details. Suppose instead of 10, if I give 1500, so you will not get the output so that I can handle exception. So when no data found is a keyword. So when that select couldn't find out any record, there is no record in the table. So automatically pointer will be moved to exception path. If that select statement doesn't fetch any value, automatically it will move to exception. Here this is a sample one. No data found. It will show no employee found. So no employee found is a user understandable message. Okay. If you doesn't handle this exception part, then what will happen? Assume that this exception part is not there in our PL SQL. If you give 1500, nothing will be selected, nothing will be displayed. Okay. So you'll get confused. Why it is not coming like that? Okay. So instead of that, we can use exception part. Okay. This is a simple one. We have more exceptions, predefined exceptions. So Oracle itself having more predefined exceptions like too many rows, duplicate values. Okay. Also, user can write their own user-defined exception also. Okay. So this is simple SQL. Okay. For understanding, I created. So as I said already, if you take a particular organizations, like they want to do more manipulations, we can go for PL SQL to get the result. Okay. So these are the basic things in Oracle, but Oracle is a very huge database where we can store volume of data, and then it will be retrieval of data is also easy. It acts as a interface between application and user. Okay. Like for example, there will be a user interface screen. There user will input the data. The data will be stored in Oracle database. Okay. And then from the Oracle database, we can fetch the data and then show it in the user interface. Also, Oracle is it's provide security. These are the basic things I explained to you students. If any doubts, you can get it clarified.
Thanks, ma'am. Thank you so much for that. The way you explained the basic concept based on the scenario, like this is what we expected. Then thank you so much.
Yeah.
So in chat box, we have got some questions related to like what is the purpose of drop and what is the difference between care, where care, and
Okay.
some people they answered it, but we want to hear from you, like what is the
Okay.
difference between the truncate and the drop, and
Chat box. Okay.
yeah.
But I'm not able to see the chat. Let me see.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. I think you need to go little up. It is like around 11
Okay.
o'clock, before 11 o'clock.
Before 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
Okay.
some people answered
Okay.
the question, answered the
Okay.
questions,
Okay.
but we
Okay.
want to, yeah, we want to
Okay.
hear from you. Yeah, stop it there, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, scroll little down.
Yeah.
scroll a little down. Yeah, what is the difference between update?
Alter is as I said, alter is a data definition language, okay, which is used to do some changes in the structure of the table. Structure of the table is nothing but structure is nothing but column. What are the columns you want to maintain? Like employee ID, name. You are defining the structure. Employee ID, name, post, salary. Those are the columns you want to see. That is the structure, okay. If you want to do any make changes in the structure of the table, like you want to add a new column, you want to drop a particular column, for that we can use alter statement. Whereas update is a command which is used to make changes in the data. Like Rahul is a data where you want to make some correct the spelling, or 10,000 is a data information where you want to increment the salary. That is if you want to do the changes in the information, we can use update statement. Alter means add a new column or dropping a column. For that we can use alter. I think I cleared your question.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. And what is the difference between char and varchar? From Challaturai.
Char, okay. Char and varchar to both are used to store alphanumeric values. Okay, it accept alphabets as well as numeric. See, when I give char of 10, char of 10 is a fixed value. We can store maximum of 10 characters there. See, I'm giving name, e-name as char of 10, which means in that e-name, if I give Rahul means, so Rahul having 5 characters, okay. So char means it fixed to 10 storage space for e-name, okay. Even Rahul is a 5 characters, it accepts 5 characters, remaining 5 spaces will be wasted when we use char, okay. Suppose if we give Raju means it have 4 characters only, so remaining 6 spaces will be wasted when we use char. So instead of using varchar, instead of that we can use varchar2. Varchar means by variable character. Like variable character means, like in the same way, if I declare varchar2 of 10, so if I give Rahul means it will accept 5 characters. Remaining 5 characters, 5 spaces will be allotted for the next column, that is post or something, post or salary. Okay, like that, both based on the information you are giving, that the size will be very arranged. Okay, so when we can use char means, so clearly this is a fixed value I want to give. Like assume that we have a flag, whether he is present is one of the column. Assume the student detail, present or absent is a column. Okay, present means you want to store P, absent means you want to store A. Okay, that column always have single character. Okay, so for those kind of columns we can give char of 1. Okay, so space will not be wasted. Okay, if you know how much character is fixed, that kind of I think you understood, like y or no, yes or no, like that. If you want to give the fixed value, those kind of columns we can use char data type. Otherwise, if sizes varies based on the information, we can go for varchar2. What else?
And then like a delete and a truncate difference. Yeah, they know that, but they want it deeply.
Yeah. Truncate is a data definition language. It stores, it removes all the records from a table at a time. Whereas delete is a data manipulation language. So when you use truncate, always it removes all the records. Delete means using a particular condition, we can remove the records using var class. When you give truncate, so as I said, truncate is a data definition language which is auto committed automatically. Once you give truncate, we cannot get back the record because auto committed automatically. But if you give delete from EMP, by mistake I given, I can use rollback statement to get back my record. For truncate, we cannot get back by users, but DBA having some queries like using flashback, they can get back the record. Okay. But in user point of view, delete is a DML. by mistake, if you deleted means we can roll back the record, but if we use truncate means we cannot get back. Even DBA use flashback also. Flashback is a statement which is used to get back the DDL operations also. Like by you given truncate table by mistake, but as users cannot get back the record because you used truncate, okay. But DBA, data administrator people, using flashback statement, they can get back the record. That also a particular period of time. They can set some period, okay. If I give for 10 days means for 10 days records only, they can 10 days commands only they can get back. Okay, user point of view, when we use delete, we can roll back, but when we give truncate, we cannot get back. That is the main difference. Also, truncate means it always deletes entire records. Delete using where class, we can remove particular records.
Thank you, ma'am. I think 3 questions we have got, and then you have answered. And student, like this kind of information, you may not get from anywhere, even though Google also, because we are working experienced people. We know, like we have seen so many scenarios when we were working, when we are working industry every day. So please make use of this opportunity, and the video recording will be available. Thank you, Sasirekha ma'am, for joining with us today. And then you have shared the valuable contents to the students. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And students, let's connect at 2 p.m. for the next session. Thanks for your support, as well as the students and the staff coordinators. Yeah.